Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Friday, July 9th, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 699 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. The Delta variant threatens another school year. That cannot happen. Mothers lose fight against two-child benefit limit. Farmers cannot forget what our grandparents taught us. Australia COVID. Police say Portman and Baron Cohen did not break lockdown rules. U.S. woman killed by bear that dragged her from tent in Montana. Fox News host Tucker Carlson seems scandalized reporters are investigating his NSA spying claims. Australia mice plague, how farmers are fighting back. New Zealand hot air balloon crashes, injuring all 11 aboard. Drone attacks by Iraqi militias reflect Iran's waning hold. Most Californians are against recalling Governor Gavin Newsom, but one number should trouble him. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Tropical storm Elsa bringing heavy rain, gusty winds and possible power outages, CBS Boston. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, it's time to recognize the right to repair, CNN. Surfside condo collapse could reshape Miami's real estate market, NBC News. Los Angeles County sees exponential growth in COVID-19 cases as Delta variant becomes dominant, worrying officials, CNN. American picker star Mike Wolfe dating Letitia Klein after divorce, TMZ. Haiti police say 26 Colombians, 2 US Haitians took part in Jovenel Mo's assassination, The Guardian. Bookings surge after COVID quarantine rules relaxed, BBC News. Timely three-pointers in fourth quarter by Phoenix Suns Devin Booker melted Milwaukee Bucks in Game 2 win, ESPN. Here's what you need to know about the Lambda COVID variant, CNBC. Kuo, redesigned 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pro still on track for mass production in third quarter, Mac rumors. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. What's the deal with packaged guacamole and how does it stay green? Dermatologists share this absolute must for anyone using retinol. This way up star Aisling Beyond making a comedy about loneliness amid the pandemic. The phrase that completely transformed how I think about exercise. 4 overlooked benefits more companies should be offering. Fire in Bangladesh food and beverage factory reportedly claims dozens of lives. Trump mercilessly mocked for ranting about censorship, in the Wall Street Journal. Texas GOP unveils renewed effort to pass restrictive voting laws. New book details the only time Pence properly lost it and snarled at Trump. Tropical storm dumps heavy rain, knocks out power as it treks up the East Coast. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. 30-year police veteran ambushed, fatally shot. Restaurant owner treats employees to Vegas trip. Summer camp closes after COVID-19 outbreak. First double amputee woman to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Man arrested for rifle proposes after release. Man charged in police dog's death. 2-year-old boy goes home for first time ever. 87-year-old dies in lawnmower accident. Artists lament cancellation of fair that draws $350K each summer. $1 in Maryland scholarships to vaccinated. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Biden forcefully defends U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. Africa endures worst pandemic week ever. Zala Avant-Garde wins the 2021 Scripps Spelling Bee. Turmoil in Haiti could fuel humanitarian catastrophe. Why record-breaking overnight temperatures are so concerning. Zala Avant-Garde makes spelling bee history. Citizens, not the state, will enforce new abortion law in Texas. Finance ministers meet in Venice to finalize global tax agreement. Biden to urge more scrutiny of tech mergers and data privacy. Political crisis in Haiti as to prime ministers claim power. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. AFT head Randy Weingarten makes over $560,000 per year, 9 times average teacher salary, records show. Georgia Governor Kemp targets Stacey Abrams, MLB in new ad campaign. Reno City Hall evacuated as 6.0 magnitude earthquake shakes region. Suspect in Atlanta area golf course murders in custody, facing multiple charges. Georgia pet owner must surrender exotic African cat that escaped, entered neighbor's home, reports. California spent $13 in taxpayer money to guard empty homes amid homeless crisis, report. Boulders roll onto highway following 6.0 California-Nevada earthquake, aftershocks expected for days. Bodies of Paraguayan First Lady's kin found in rubble of Florida building collapse. Amtrak passengers evacuated near Baltimore after fire breaks out underneath rail car, report. CNN medical analyst says it's time for private companies to start mandating vaccine. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Friday, July 9th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Danny Trejo on new memoir and Hollywood career, I am so proud of Machete. I just lost it, soldier returns home to find dog he fell in love with in Afghanistan. Olympics 2021, how, when to watch Simone Biles, USA gymnastics go for gold. COVID vaccine likely saved life of man who still contracted Delta variant, doctor says. Like a jet fighter in a gymnasium, Matt Yoakum expects plenty of excitement as SRX Racing takes on Slinger Superspeedway. Child tax credit, IRS could face implementation problems for monthly check. 2021 CBS Sports Classic matchups announced, UCLA battle and Ohio State meets Kentucky. Stanley Cup issues warning to Tom Brady, I'm too heavy to throw. Fourth stimulus check, is another relief payment coming? It's crazy to see how history repeats itself, filmmaker Heather Haynes on VH1's Growing Up Black, LA. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. PC Wayne Couzens, 48, pleads guilty to Sarah Everard's murder. Scramble for Amber List breaks, EasyJet sees 400% rise in bookings. Bitter TV presenters in Spain claim pathetic Euro 2020 has been conditioned for England to win. 3 billion Super Sunday, England is set for Euro 2020 spending frenzy before the final against Italy. Dr. Max Pemberton, why doctors like me have chosen to delete the NHS Test and Trace app. Boss promises to give his staff Monday off after England's historic Euro 2020 final. Prince George begged Prince William to take him to England game. Woman is crushed to death by giant karaoke television screens which plunge to the ground. Tyson Fury v Deontay Wilder 3 is offended could threaten Anthony Joshua fight. Vauxhall to ditch petrol and diesel vehicles from 2028 in the UK. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. El Salvador expels prominent Mexican journalist, draws sharp criticism from human rights groups. South African court rejects ex-leader's bid to delay prison. UK police officer admits killing woman abducted on walk home. China evacuates nationals from Afghanistan amid US pullout. COVID-19 global updates. Africa suffers worst pandemic week ever as cases surge, vaccinations lag. The Trump administration used an early, unreported program to separate migrant families along a remote stretch of the border. Widow of former Egyptian President Anwar Sadat dies in Egypt. Fire in food factory in Bangladesh kills at least 49 people. Probe into Haitian president's assassination reaches far and wide. As Algeria's revolutionaries fade away, the iconic milk bar bomber looks back without regret. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Euro 2020, England v Italy countdown continues in build-up to final, live. Wayne Couzens pleads guilty to murdering Sarah Everard. Coronavirus live news, Thailand confirms record community cases, mandatory vaccines for Australia's aged care workers. 2 US Haitians arrested in connection with Jovenel Moïse assassination. First thing. How a white mob lynched a black man, destroyed a city, and got away with it. Toxic forever chemicals are contaminating plastic food containers. Pandemic gun violence surge was not linked to rise in gun sales, study finds. Neo-Confederates worked with other far-right groups in failed efforts to preserve monuments. Black Widow, the Fawn Power, the Bond movie stylings, the gender swapping, discuss with spoilers. Inside ESPN's pandemic-era Euro 2020 coverage. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Experts differ on need for Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 booster shot. DeSantis parts with Trump in response to Surfside tragedy. 9 killed when skydiving plane crashes in Sweden. 2 U.S. men, ex-Columbia soldiers held in Haiti assassination. Officer sue California City over Black Lives Matter mural. Houston police investigating murder-suicide at downtown aquarium. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Jovenel Moïse, foreign hit squad killed Haiti's president, police say. Taliban capture key Afghanistan-Iran border crossing. Skydivers killed in Swedish plane crash. Giant pandas no longer endangered but still vulnerable, says China. Toyota halts donations to Republican election objectors. Zayla avant-garde, teenager makes history at U.S. spelling bee. COVID-19 pandemic, everything you should not do, Brazil has done. Olympic Games, the daring escape sparked by one forbidden glance. How demolitions take a toll on the environment. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Why does COVID-19 impact people in different ways? Genetics play a role, study finds. There are a lot of people in denial, climate change is making it riskier to live on the coast. African American spelling bee champ makes history. AP Top Stories July 9th. Heavy rain floods NYC as tropical storm Elsa nears. More evidence suggests vaccines protect against Delta variant. Pfizer booster shot extends protection. Live COVID-19 updates. Suspected murder-suicide in Houston restaurant. 10 more bodies found, bringing death toll to 64 as somber search continues at Surfside condo collapse site. Bucks championship players, hard to get to finals. Georgia governor reflects on 2020 election, Trump. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Man drowns at Magic Johnson Park in Willowbrook. $5,000 reward offered for information on drone crash in Bolsa Chica Bird Reserve. Heat wave prompts California to issue flex alert to conserve power. 6 former CHP officers charged in overtime scheme. Sexual assault accusations at Orange County Hospital lead to lawsuit against nurse. Magnitude 6.0 earthquake felt widely across Northern California. Former Garcetti staffer says an aide's unwanted kissing and touching was an open secret. Alleged gunmen in Orange County mass shooting to undergo psychological evaluation. Block by block, tent by tent, city crews remove homeless campers from Venice Beach. California's regional drought state of emergency, what you need to know. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Friday, July 9th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Giant pandas no longer endangered thanks to nature reserves, conservation head. British police officer who broke black man's leg for no reason, jailed and banned from force. New video surfaces of Mexican president's brother taking stacks of cash. EU votes for diplomats to boycott China Winter Olympics over rights abuses. Volkswagen, Audi, Porsche, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz parent company Daimler spent years illegally colluding to slow the deployment of cleaner emissions technology, says the European Union, which is dishing out fines as a result. Taliban visit Moscow to say their wins don't threaten Russia. Former Afghan interpreter says death warrant has been signed by the Australians after protection visa denied. Japan man vaccinated 4 times, I thought it would be more effective. Brazil's Bolsonaro warns 2022 vote will be clean or cancelled. South Korea's intelligence agency confirms North Korean cyber attacks. India discovers new plant species in Antarctica, BBC News. The UK may soon ban boiling lobsters alive in the landmark bill that acknowledges that crustaceans and mollusks, too, are sentient beings. 2 U.S. citizens arrested in Haitian President Jovenel Moïse's assassination. China a welcome friend for reconstruction in Afghanistan, Taliban spokesman. Brazil's Bolsonaro disapproval rating rises to all-time high. The next headlines are from Forbes. Auto sales are booming, are car prices in a huge bubble? Could this revolutionary idea power climate change debt and supercharge CO2 reductions? Britain is planning to allow fully vaccinated foreign travelers to enter without having to quarantine. China's new unmanned attack sub may not be what it seems. Successful use of central bank digital currencies can only happen with global cooperation and coordination. NBA Finals 2021, Phoenix Suns cement their superiority, again, in Game 2 win over Milwaukee Bucks. Next generation leadership in the spotlight for Shui on land. New England Patriots, N'Keal Harry's trade demand is what's best for both sides. 14-year-old girl from Louisiana becomes first African American to win National Spelling Bee. Thai real estate giant bets big on tourism rebound with $3.2 billion growth plan. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Pregnant male rat study kindles bioethical debate in China. The quest to find genes that drive severe COVID. How a holistic research retreat can help our science. Climate change made North America's deadly heat wave 150 times more likely. The rise of ARPA, everything and what it means for science. Telecom's satellites' new purpose, spying on Earth's magnetic field. Reduce sensitivity of SARS-CoV-2 variant Delta to antibody neutralization. Mapping the human genetic architecture of COVID-19. After the pandemic, perspectives on the future trajectory of COVID-19. Will COVID become a disease of the young? The World Population Update, Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,717,128,756 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. BBC Studios, Directors UK launch mentorship scheme for underrepresented voices. Russia's Postman wins Nespresso Talent short film competition at Cannes. Media wins genre label Black Swan Tales Reddy's first slate with The Night Man, The Hunt exclusive. The European Commission teams with advocacy group 50/50 to ramp up female representation in film, media sector. Frequent Jean-Luc Godard collaborator Fabrice Aragno on his feature debut and making Godard's final gesture. VR growth, opportunities highlighted at Cannes Film Market. United Media Asia planning production hub in Bali. Joachim Trier on rounding out his Oslo trilogy with The Worst Person in the World. Mohammed Salih Haroun calls Cannes competition title Lingui a tribute to women of Chad. New Europe picks up reflection by Venice Horizons winner Valentin Vasiljevic exclusive. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Morning News Brief. President Biden defends decision to withdraw troops from Afghanistan. Surfside building collapse sparks scrutiny over power of condo association boards. Zala Avant-Garde makes history with Scripps spelling bee win. COVID is surging in new hotspots, driven by low vaccination rates. Thousands given fake vaccines through scam in India. Russian cyber attacks present serious threat to U.S. Officials raise restrictions in Seoul amid another wave of COVID-19 infections. Tropical storm Elsa sparks tornado warnings and trek up the East Coast. First African-American spelling bee champ breezes to win. The following headlines are from The Week. Trump's January 6 defense is a political gift to Democrats. China takes giant pandas off its endangered species list. The top U.S. business and labor groups jointly urge Congress to pass bipartisan infrastructure plan. This Brooklyn restaurant aims to empower refugees through culinary education. Jimmy Kimmel Live guest host Wanda Sykes tries to help white people find one black friend. Toyota says it will pause donations to the 147 Republicans who objected to certifying Biden's victory. Zala Avant-Garde wins 2021 Scripps National Spelling Bee. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Texans with disabilities fear voting will get harder for them as special session on GOP restrictions nears. Poem, Late Night at the Leggy. The next headlines are from Universe Today. There are probably many more Earth-sized worlds than previously believed. The street lights in an entire county were swapped to LEDs, light pollution got worse. Multiple Earth mass rogue planets have been discovered drifting through the Milky Way. Cassini saw methane in Enceladus plumes, scientists don't know how it could be there without life. Tales of a drunken comet astronomers detect alcohol leaking from 46P Warden into space. Researchers have taught a drone to recognize and hunt down meteorites autonomously. These are the news headlines for today, Friday, July 9th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Summer Triangle and 3 small constellations. Astronomers find 100 black holes in Palomar 5. Are Earth-like biospheres rare? NASA's mission Equity, still time to participate. Final shuttle mission to replay Live on 10th anniversary. Mini Neptune's atmosphere ripe for study. Last chance to see Manhattan Henge in 2021. Summer triangle star, Altair spins fast. The next news is from Politico. The European Union's dirty money problem. British MPs retreat as Boris Johnson confirms Afghanistan exit. George Floyd's murder transformed America. British lawmakers urge business boycott of 2022 Beijing Olympics. Report, YouTube's algorithm pushes hateful content and misinformation. Tokyo Olympics to be held without fans. Politico Harvard poll, most Americans believe COVID leaked from lab. Trudeau denies it, but signs point to early election in Canada. Dems wrestle over control of the infrastructure throttle. The rebranding of Trump country. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Magistrate slams lawyer for using Wikipedia in case of alleged plot to kill Samoan PM. AFL 2021 Live updates. Essendon fights to keep finals hopes alive against Crows. Another general fighting another old war, and a future one. Are they really going to do that? How the door is closed on Madame Brussels. Australia to be generous approving visas for Afghans who worked with troops. Downstairs you'll find high-end shops, upstairs just pigeons and decay. Aussie surfer ready for a fight after training with UFC champion in Tokyo preparation. Do not leave your home, Sydney bracing for weeks of lockdown. Wallabies with work to do and knowledge they were lucky to escape in first test. Ash Barty, you're so fine, you blow our minds, truly you do. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Outside the box, do you need a Medigap plan? How to pick the right one. The Wall Street Journal, children at far less risk of dying from COVID-19, study shows. Tesla bull calls this auto giant's $35 billion electric strategy a renaissance and says the stock could soar. Kelly Blue Book, Electric Trucks of the Future. NerdWallet, we don't have any guidance, no one knows what the restarting of student loan payments will look like, so get help now. Next Avenue, don't be afraid of failures in retirement. Europe markets, European stocks rebound along with U.S. equity futures as bond yields stabilize. Student loan giant that manages public service loan forgiveness will stop servicing federal loans. What will you do with your enhanced child tax credit? Here are 3 smart options. U.S. set to blacklist more Chinese companies over human rights violations, report. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Watch, electrifying show, Tesla Fest returns this Saturday, Hot Springs Sentinel. Nikola Tesla, father of robotics, know all about his life, inventions, secrets and why US destroyed his lab here, Jagran Josh. Ingenious innovators, the Tribune India. 5 best patent attorneys in San Diego, CA best patent attorneys in San Diego, CA, Kev's best. USPTO asks, is patent eligibility jurisprudence affecting business, Reuters. RIPIPE Pty Limited v Commissioner of Patents, No. 3, Lixology. BioRad, Harvard settled DNA analysis patent dispute with French company, Reuters. Former Penn State Executive Vice President and Provost, John Brighton, dies Penn State University, Penn State News. Y12 celebrates innovative tech accomplishments, Oak Ridger. Zyra granted behavioral biometrics patent to extend mobile passwordless access, biometric update. The next headlines are from Quartz. U.S. states got more money from Washington than they needed for COVID-19 relief. Hit squad in Haiti, Zomato IPO, escaped snakes. Zimbabwe's new high-denomination banknote cannot buy a loaf of bread. Do white founders in Africa have an easier time getting capital? It's time to upgrade from cotton masks. Instacart will go public under a new CEO hired from Facebook. A Scottish energy company is using foreign courts to seize Indian assets. The Olympics is now a TV-only event, and that's bad news for TV. Are you even trying to stop racism if you don't collect data on race? The heat wave in the US and Canada is what climate change really looks like. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Sony studio acquisition of UTC.mp4 portent company opening up the PlayStation's walled garden to PC gaming. Content moderation case study, dealing with cheap fake modified political videos, 2020. Elon Musk's pointless, subsidized tunnels head to flood-prone Florida. Texas legislature sees Florida's social media bill go down in unconstitutional flames, decides we can't do that too. South Florida cops ran images of protesters through state's facial recognition database. Daily Deal, the electrical and circuits engineering bundle. Google facing yet another antitrust lawsuit over its App Store practices, even though Android is quite permissive. Community Broadband dominates list of fastest U.S. internet service providers. After all that, Nintendo cannot even get $50 a month out of ROM Universe. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Conor McGregor. Chick Venera. Sons. Kourtney Kardashian. Tyson Fury. Christina Hawk. Caitlin Lone. Tropical storm warning. Earthquake. Resident Evil, Infinite Darkness. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. There's no doubt Tajikistan will repel possible Taliban incursion, Collective Security Treaty Organization's top chief of staff. Are social media companies guilty of censorship when blacklisting individuals? RT's Boombust wants to know. Northern Irish loyalists slam neighbouring Ireland for inflicting trade Cold War. As U.S. social media giants censor free speech online, Russia and China lead the charge to break free from American control of the web. Over 50 killed, dozens injured and many feared trapped in Bangladesh factory fire. Russia raises GDP growth outlook as economy recovers faster than expected. Taliban declare full control of Afghan's key border crossing with Iran. Ukraine developing new shoes for female military personnel after scandal over images of soldiers practicing marches in high heels. As South Korea's COVID-19 infections break records, Seoul reimposes maximum social distancing rules. Twitter begins complying with new regulations in India. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak embraces right to repair movement. Twitter flags foreign policy expert tweeting criticism of China. World food prices drop in June for first time in year, remain near decade high. Extinction Rebellion, a league of discontent. U.S. Navy calls Black Sea drills essential as Russia threatens military response. The Visegrad nations have nailed their complaints to the EU's door. Biden does not need a domestic terrorism agenda unless he is about to violate American rights. Bill to decriminalize psychedelics in California gains momentum. Convicted murderer wins election to office in D.C. from behind bars. Thousands of convicts freed during pandemic will soon be sent back to prison. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Roma deaths are newsworthy in their own right. Every minute, 11 people die of hunger, Oxfam. In pictures, deadly fire at Bangladesh food processing factory. Ugandan campaigners vow to keep on fighting for Bugoma forest. Euro 2020, Kuipers to become first Dutch referee for Euro final. Asia Pacific left reeling as Delta variant years 2 through region. How athletics is helping India city community gain recognition. Israel says it is targeting Hamas's cryptocurrency accounts. Deadly fire at Bangladesh food processing factory. Taliban captures key Afghan border crossing with Iran, officials. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Ridiculous, Pat Mahomes blasts USATF for leaving Sha'Carri Richardson off Olympic roster. CNN medical analyst Dr. Reiner, it's time to start mandating vaccines. MSNBC's haze on vaccine skeptics, all of them, from Donald Trump to Tucker Carlson, are cowards. Naomi Osaka asks for privacy and empathy when returning to the court. Marlowe, claimed Trump praised Hitler, just the same fake news machine. Democrat Lauren Underwood blames police officer retirements on low morale. CNN's Cuomo, CRT not taught in most K-12 schools. CRT is about just choosing which stories matter in American history. Rocker Richard Ashcroft cancels appearance at festival with COVID vaccination requirement. They don't own me. Study, NBA commentators more likely to praise light-skinned players, criticize dark-skinned players. NBC's Figliazzi, FNC's Carlson, GOP want to erode trust in institutions so people only trust them. The next headlines are from UPI News. Look, Colorado wildlife officials seeking bear with plastic bucket stuck on head. Watch, Kansas man breaks 3 Guinness World Records for free throws. Empty lawnmower, broken card reader lead man to $300,000 lottery jackpot. Watch, reptile experts rescue monitor lizard with head stuck in toilet. Florida man finds a second megalodon tooth in 3 weeks. Loose serval captured after jumping on Atlanta woman's bed. Italian brothers grow world's heaviest cherry. Watch, missing 12-foot python found in crawl space at Louisiana Mall. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. All the salt fun facts you need to know. 3 of the strangest accidents in history. Elvish more popular than Irish, online learning leads to fictional language rise. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Psychedelic found in magic mushrooms spurs growth of neural connections lost in depression, landmark study finds. Looking to adopt a new pet at the shelter, she found her dog that went missing 2 years ago. Stunning train station being built in Mexico uses Mayan design to bring sea air in and keep rain out. Sheep are grazing below Minnesota solar panels that invite pollinators to thrive. Artist creates stunning animal art from seashells she found at the beach. Look. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Friday, July 9th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Men and woman fight over who should pick up dog vomit, woman cited as aggressor. South Korean toilet turns excrement into power and digital currency. Reptile experts rescue monitor lizard with head stuck in toilet. 4 Seasons Total Landscaping is hosting a concert, and tickets sold out in 17 minutes. Neptune appears in the waves during storm in New Haven. The world's heaviest cherry is grown by Italian brothers, news media. Officer completes delivery after DoorDash driver was arrested. A herd of drunk Indian buffaloes exposed a hidden stash of contraband liquor and got a group of farmers arrested. The UK may soon ban boiling lobsters alive in the landmark bill that acknowledges that crustaceans and mollusks, too, are sentient beings. A private school sex educator defends her methods. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. This manual for a popular facial recognition tool shows just how much the software tracks people. Qualcomm just announced its own $1,500 phone, but who's it for? Review, Casio CT-S1 is a remarkably good beginner, or secondary, piano for $200. Villo's mesh Wi-Fi router is dirt cheap, $20, and stupidly simple. New ML-based console cheat puts the AI in aim assist. Scientists created an AI system that classifies thousands of galaxies in seconds. 3 semi-useful tips on office conversation pieces. Reno planes US first with real-time emissions tracking. Most wanted, the top 5 online crime gangs running ransomware. The SwitchMate smart power outlet turns almost anything into a smart device for $11. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Longest known continuous record of the Paleozoic discovered in Yukon wilderness. Biomaterial vaccines ward off broad range of bacterial infections and septic shock. Creating more resilient supply chains through nature-inspired design. How a large cat deity helps people to share space with leopards in India. Imaging test may predict patients most at risk of some heart complications from COVID-19. First study of nickelate magnetism finds a strong kinship with cuprate superconductors. Remotely piloted sailboats monitor cold pools in tropical environments. The pressure is often high, temperature superconductivity remains. Our genes shape our gut bacteria. Regular rapid testing detects COVID-19 soon enough to stop transmission in schools. The next headlines are from Information Week. Why you need a data fabric, not just IT architecture. Ways to cultivate a cyber-aware culture. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Friday, July 9th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Navajo Division of Public Safety issues Amber Alert for 2 children. Birds throughout the hemisphere could pay for Utah's water mistakes. Bridgerton author's father and sister killed in a crash on I-15 in Davis County. It was 104 in Salt Lake City on Wednesday, and triple-digit thaw will continue through next week. 10 outdoor pools where you can beat the heat. Bagley cartoon, drawn out Afghan war. 12 Utah counties are rated at high transmission level of COVID-19, the most in 4 months. 11 anti-mask protesters charged with disrupting Granite School Board meeting. Utah's Spencer Cox ups his bipartisan ties, joins Biden's Council of Governors. Women's equality in Utah, Spencer Cox's bipartisan play, and the rising Delta variant on behind the headlines. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Global wind and solar power capacity grew at record rate in 2020. Death rates are declining for many common cancers in U.S. No evidence of California exodus or millionaire flight, UC research project finds. Mobile carrier Telenor quits Myanmar, says coup makes doing business its way impossible. Advertisers concerned iCloud private relay could put an end to fingerprinting. Kaspersky password manager fixes flaw that generated easily brute-forced passwords. Moderna starts human trials of mRNA-based flu shot. We got the phone the FBI secretly sold to criminals. Apple founder Steve Wozniak backs right to repair movement. More cell phone data use is negatively affecting Wi-Fi performance, study finds. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. IDOT reschedules weekend roadwork due to forecasted rain. Blaze destroys building at Genevieve Winery. Reward grows to $25,000 in murder of Ladue High School graduate. Madison County sticker program underway for residents with communication barriers. Army chaplain at Fort Leonard Wood to plead guilty to child sex assault, rape. Man accused knowingly infecting developmentally disabled person with HIV. Suspect in West County center shooting claiming self-defense, says attorney. Massive $20 MST, Charles County home for sale includes Ferris wheel, bowling alley. Ferguson officer promoted to chief after Armstrong's departure. COVID cases ramp up in Missouri, hospitalizations, 7-day case average on the rise. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. New NCAA nil policy presents opportunity for San Diego athletes, businesses. Photos, rookie reliever hits slam off Scherzer, pads Sting Nats 9-8. One injured after argument leads to shooting in East Chula Vista. Aftershocks expected for days after California, Nevada quake. SDPD officer injured when driver flees traffic stop in Mira Mesa. Meet La Mesa's new police chief. Californians asked to conserve energy starting Friday evening. Man who inadvertently shot, killed brother in fight sentenced to prison. Friends mourn Tijuana woman stabbed to death while driving for Uber. All registered voters will receive mail ballot for California recall election. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Russian Aerospace Forces tests offensive option in Arctic. Russia releases video of U.S. Navy P-8A aircraft intercept. U.S. Navy sent Spearhead-class expeditionary fast transport into the Black Sea. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. Chinese gene firm that stores data from prenatal tests used worldwide has links. Tencent launches a space program. Maybe fifth time's the charm for this Chinese woman trying to divorce her abusive husband. Re-examining Chinese economic reform from the 1980s to present. Retracing the long march, middle-class dreams and mudslides. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Friday, July 9, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. California lawmakers work on bills to reimagine policing. San Francisco police arrest suspect connected to fatal Tenderloin shooting. Dine English, top of the mark. COVID-19 cases spiking in Alameda County. New study shows COVID-19 vaccine effectiveness against Delta variant. California parents find sex offender in 5-year-old's bedroom, sheriff. Community leaders urge the city to step in to support East San Jose. Delta variant cases on the rise in Contra Costa County. San Francisco hotel market in state of depression, report. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Halfway there, Suns beat Bucks for 2-0 lead in NBA Finals. Rookie pitcher hits slam off Scherzer, Padres overtake Nats. Miller hits 3 hours, Phillies rout reeling Cubs 8-0. Illinois hospitals report fewest COVID-19 intensive care unit patients yet. Toscana in Arlington Heights plans banquet expansion into former Sam's space. 4 win in initial state lottery for COVID-19 vaccine recipients. White Sox's Emain is set to begin rehab assignment with class of Winston-Salem Friday. Lexus LC raffle to raise money for Naperville Autism Foundation. Elgin utility workers reunite ducklings with mother. What it's like to meet the president. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. King County Council advances proposal to put ranked choice voting on November ballot. Death toll from Washington heat wave rises to 78 and could keep climbing. Seattle lifeguard shortage closes Seward Park swimming beach. We've been treated the worst, residents in Point Roberts, Washington fight to open northern border. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Orange alert for tropical cyclone Elsa 21. Population affected by category 1, 120 kilometers per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 94,310. Drought is ongoing in United States. Drought is ongoing in Kazakhstan, Russia, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in China. Drought is ongoing in Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania. Drought is ongoing in Bangladesh, Bhutan, China, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Central African Republic, Rwanda, South Sudan, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Angola. Drought is ongoing in Burkina Faso, Benin, Côte d'Ivoire, Cameroon, Ghana, Mali, Niger, Nigeria, Togo. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Friday, July 9th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. 3 killed, including toddler, in fiery crash on West Park Tollway. Spring winner to $7.75 M Lotto prize beats deadline to claim millions. Almost 150 guards staff empty prison that Governor Abbott plans to convert into jail for migrants. Woman followed from bank before suspects snatched purse in Petco parking lot, Rosenberg police say. 99.75% of Houstonians who died of COVID weren't vaccinated, doctors say. 6-year-old girl rescued by Louisville police after being kidnapped. Teresa Balboa charged with capital murder in 5-year-old Samuel Olson's death. Pregnant woman found dead inside apartment in Chambers County, authorities say. 2 men injured in what sheriff believes was a road rage shooting on North FWI. 2 killed, 1 injured in shooting at downtown aquarium, HPD says. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Hashimoto, Tokyo Paralympics could still see some fans. UK economy takes another step toward pre-pandemic level. China's auto sales up 27% in 2021, but hurt by chip shortage. The latest, Afghanistan set to get donated vaccines from US. World stocks mixed, bond yield steady after Wall Street retreat. Discouraged interviewee makes ingenious replica of famous painting from company brochures. G20 ministers take up plan to deter cross-border tax dodging. Taiwanese convenience store anticipates Ghost Festival gives colorful display. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Subway commuters wade through waist-deep waters as heavy rainfall triggers flash floods. NYC faces legal challenge over decision to move homeless New Yorkers back to shelters. What NYC families need to know about the new child tax credit payments coming their way. Extra, when can NYC get this awesome cat billboard? Good noodles galore at Lower East, and with lots of vegan options. Mayor de Blasio, Chancellor Porter announced new academic recovery plan for students. Antonio Reynoso, celebrated reformer, says he's ready to make Brooklyn the center of the universe. Outdoor movies are back, baby. Cuomo approves outdoor dining on sidewalks and streets for another year. Early edition, all food is now hot girl food. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. The new social contract, an opportunity for deliberative participation. Q&A, UN Food Systems Summit opportunity for the world to unite on healthy, fair and sustainable food systems. UN ready to promote win-win solution for Blue Nile Dam project. The critical importance of ecosystem restoration. Top UN Haiti envoy hails commitment to hold new elections. Time running out for countries on climate crisis frontline. Calls to halt construction of massive oil field in one of Africa's last wildernesses. Child mental health crisis magnified by COVID, warns UN chief. Amid COVID job losses, high food prices are hunger's new best friend, WFP warns. New UN report reveals impact of COVID on human trafficking. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Cell phones and cancer. New UC Berkeley study suggests cell phones sharply increase tumor risk. Assange extradition. British High Court grants USA limited appeal. Boy Scouts pay out nearly $1 billion for 60,000 sex abuse victims and almost no arrests were made. State Attorney General files suit charging Wall Street megabanks with multi-year bid rigging and price-fixing conspiracy in credit default swaps market. Arizona Attorney General alarmed by Biden's door-to-door vaccination push. Global vaccine passports have arrived courtesy of Google, EU. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Is this a Titanoboa monster snake skeleton? Report: 2 Seattle police officers broke a law during D.C. riots. TikTok star Brittany Browski geeks out with fans in Disneyland. 2 Haitian Americans detained in slaying of Haiti president. The witch climbing wall TikTok video, explained. Do I need to take precautions at hotels if I'm vaccinated? Did a Toronto pass by a Philadelphia Phillies game in 2021? Biden says U.S. war in Afghanistan will end August 31st. Avenatti sentenced to 1/2 years in prison for extortion. Was Ivana Trump an alternate for Czech ski team in 1972 Olympics? The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Post falsely accuse U.S. women's soccer team of disrespecting veteran during anthem. Second ladies in combat zones. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Trump Organization indictment may spell trouble for Trump's one. Ronan Farrow's HBO series Catch and Kill torches NBC for killing Harvey Weinstein expose. Dems convert Jon Ossoff thirst into campaign cash. New Kim Jong-un purge suggests North Korea is in deep crap. Netflix's baffling defense of a woman who dismembered her rich husband. Scottish watchers freak out over Breyer's selfish and dangerous decision to stay put. Dead grasses pre-rolls are the best way to enjoy CBD. Is it time to break up with the Real Housewives? It's summer 2020 on steroids in this COVID tourist trap. The GOP's paranoid streak from John Birchers to anti-vaxxers. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Fire in food factory in Bangladesh kills at least 49. Photos, life and death of Haiti President Jovenel Moïse. Magnitude 6.0 earthquake strikes along California-Nevada border. Rookie relievers Grand Slam leads Padres to comeback win over Nationals. Yankees Miguel Andujar sits out with soreness in left hand. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. How to see the Venus and Mars conjunction this month. The sky this week. Venus and Mars meet for a conjunction. Virgin Galactic Spaceship 3, a more durable spaceplane. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Delta variant threatens U.S. communities with low vaccinations. Progressive Democrats pen letter to House leaders demanding climate action and infrastructure deal. Pfizer developing COVID vaccine booster as Delta variant spreads. These 5 regions with low COVID vaccinations put U.S. at risk, experts. Existential crisis, why MLB pitchers are more unhittable than ever. Nearly half of oil and gas emissions could be cut at no cost. Global coronavirus death toll surpasses 4 million, Johns Hopkins. Northwest heat wave virtually impossible without climate change, study says. North American heat wave virtually impossible without human-caused climate change, report says. Delta coronavirus variant becomes dominant U.S. strain as experts urge vaccinations. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Declassified Australian UFO report involves kit-faced and dwarf aliens. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Brood cicada eggs about to hatch, and trillions of nymphs will rain from trees. 4 women attacked Applebee's waitress, stabbed her with a steak knife. 2 people killed, 1 injured in shooting at Houston Aquarium. COVID booster shots not necessary at this time, CDC and FDA. Crew coronavirus cases sideline Cunard's Queen Elizabeth sailing. Toyota to halt donations to politicians who oppose 2020 election certification. Kevin Bacon celebrates his 63rd birthday with a dancing dog video. Police arrests is packed in triple murder at Georgia Country Club. 4 Seasons Total Landscaping, site of infamous Giuliani election press conference, to host concert. New petition calls for equal number of packaged hot dogs and buns. The following headlines are from military.com. GAO warns of ballooning F-35 sustainment costs, need for plan to cut billions. Biden pledges to start evacuating Afghan interpreters by end of July. Air Force issues updated list of jobs eligible for retention bonuses. No mission accomplished moment, Biden plans to end Afghan war with no fanfare. Fighter jets scramble, interrupt leaders in Lithuania. Reports, Taliban seize key Afghan border crossing with Iran. Dreaming of America, fearing Taliban takeover, as U.S. withdraws, Afghan interpreter waits for visa. Significant 120 miles per hour Tornado carves through Georgia submarine base. Johnson confirms most British troops have left Afghanistan. Rockets land in Baghdad's Green Zone, near U.S. Embassy. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Column, a note of thanks to the unvaccinated, from a very happy coronavirus. Lightfoot touts Chicago as tech destination on San Francisco trip. Will local violence deter would-be recruits? Hundreds rally in Chicago for an end to detentions and a pathway to citizenship for migrants. CTA ridership has nearly doubled since May and continues to grow, officials say. Monty and Rose did it again, chicks hatch after skunk incursion. COVID-19 infections are rising again in parts of Illinois, here's where and why. Illinois announces winners of first COVID-19 vaccine lottery drawing, with $1 million prize going to Chicago resident. First-generation Latina's college student meets President Biden in Crystal Lake, amid pro-Trump protesters. COVID-19 infections are rising again in parts of Illinois like Blessing Hospital in Quincy. 518 Illinois residents have been hospitalized with COVID-19 despite being fully vaccinated. Most had underlying conditions, state data shows. The following headlines are from phys.org. Match matters, the right combination of parents can turn a gene off indefinitely. Interactive police lineups improve eyewitness accuracy, study. Virgin Galactic, Blue Origin face-off in space tourism market. Space, the final frontier for billionaire Richard Branson. Final frontier, billionaires Branson and Bezos bound for space. FAA, new tool limits disruptions caused by space operations. Longest known continuous record of the Paleozoic discovered in Yukon wilderness. Ecologists compare accuracy of LiDAR technologies for monitoring forest vegetation. Obscuring the truth can promote cooperation. Goldilocks planet with a tilt may develop more complex life. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Friday, July 9th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The 14 best dog foods for puppies. Science books to read next, the hidden threat of kissing bug disease and the climate costs of staying cool. Underwater noise pollution could damage crucial ocean plants. The pictures that saved Yellowstone. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. AP Week in Pictures, Europe and Africa. UK economy remains 3.1% smaller than pre-pandemic level. Asian shares slip after Wall Street retreat, bond yields dip. Leading off, Astros giveaway sure to grab Yanks' attention. Analysis, Wendy Williams keeps pushing all the right buttons. Tropical storm sparks tornado warnings in trek up East Coast. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Bridge, July 9, 2021. Horoscopes July 9, 2021, Tom Hanks, Expand Your Mind. Word Game, July 9, 2021. Ask Amy, she says only one thing can fix our broken friendship, but I cannot do it. Harriet Cole, how can he be a father when he still lives with his parents? Miss Manners, I don't want to wear this extremely modest swimsuit. Dear Abby, 15 signs that you need to leave your partner. Trump announces lawsuit against tech firms for censoring him. Oakland man charged with distributing thousands of LSD tabs in case tied to huge UC Santa Cruz psychedelic drug bust. Louisiana teen becomes the first African-American contestant to win National Spelling Bee. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Zayla Avant-Garde wins National Spelling Bee. Biden loan relief for 9 white farmers-only program stopped by judge. Judge Kenneth Maydell, shooting victims can sue Smith & Wesson, gun shop. D.C. area counties score high on religious diversity in massive survey. Officer sue Palo Alto, California over Black Lives Matter mural. Biden rescue plan for Afghan allies welcomed by lawmakers, some still concerned it's not fast enough. Free Our Patriots rally planned in Florida to push for release of jailed Capitol riot defendants. Pentagon mulls options for Afghan interpreters fearing Taliban revenge. Matt Schlapp shakes up CPAC with America uncancelled in Dallas. Pfizer to seek OK for third vaccine dose, should still protect. The next headlines are from The Intercept. New York regulations allow cops stripped of training credentials to be rehired. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Friday, July 9, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Red Dead Redemption 2 teaches players about wildlife. Interactive police lineups improve eyewitness accuracy, study. OncoTarget, urine RNA reveal tumor markers for human bladder cancer. MRI can cut overdiagnosis in prostate cancer screening by half. Gender pay gap means fewer female candidates on the ballot. Passing the ball, shifting responsibility for care coordination from patient to provider. More ancestral enzyme. Stroke treatment may backfire when kidneys don't work well. Researchers use tools for record-breaking simulations of turbulence's smallest structures. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. UIC Professor Richard S. Levy, one of the foremost experts on the history of antisemitism, dead at 81. Fire breaks out in Washington Park apartment, no injuries reported. Business robberies reported in near North Side. Horoscope for Friday, July 9th, 2021. Suns beat Bucks for 2-0 lead in NBA Finals. Man charged with February fatal shooting in Brainerd. Adbert Alzolay gets acquainted with new catcher Robinson Chirinos, quickly. Lightfoot on Biden sending aid to Chicago to curb gun violence, a matter of incredible urgency. 12-year-old girl missing from Englewood. Pritzker promises immigration reform at Loop rally. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Taliban, we now control 85% of Afghan territory. Corona letter, Phase 3 trials of Sanofi GSK vaccine in India. Batting tips from Dhoni and Duplessis will help me, Gigwad. PM to officials, ensure O2 plants are functional at earliest. Samsung has increased the prices of these A, F and M series phones in India. Microsoft to give $1,500 bonus go all employees, here's why. Won't compel users to opt for new privacy policy, WhatsApp to HC. 52% say Yogi Adityanath will retain power in UP poll. Watch, Dharmendra pays emotional tribute to Dilip Kumar. 52 killed in Bangladesh factory fire. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Friday, July 9th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Astros slowly stretching their division lead. Openings and closings, Paul Friedman chef's table, Gratify replaces Punks. The power of pause, Nikki Lane returns to Houston. Could the Rockets wind up with Cade Cunningham? Houston's 5 best weekend food bets, Monkey's Tail celebrates 2 years. Playground legends, the Palmer Squares help elevate the game. FBI investigating claims that Harris County constables molested female deputies in drunken undercover party stings. Upcoming Houston food events, Christmas in July and half-price caviar. Wild Northwest, Cowboy Surfer offers live music in memorial. Best bets, Lady Day, Sabrina, and pancakes and booze. The next headlines are about world records making news. The $40,000 man, Olympic fans' world record dream shattered by Tokyo spectator ban, Reuters. IU's Archie Harris denied Olympics, but he's only black thrower to set discus world record, Indy Star. Tallest sand sculpture in Denmark breaks world record 1/3 x. Seth Dunkas Pumgecko breaks world record for most music videos made for a song, Manila Bulletin. Meet Zayla Avant-Garde, 2021 Spelling Bee champion and basketball world record holder, Sporting News. Tiny dwarf cow draws huge crowds in Bangladesh, despite coronavirus lockdown, ABC News. A now links $4 billion bond to its climate goals in world record green transaction, www.businessgreen.com. Kansas man breaks 3 Guinness World Records for free throws, UPI News. Keene Harrison, NCAA champion, world record holder, Olympian, KaiKernel.com. YouTuber sets new world record after scoffing 200 Jaffa cakes and Oreos in under 40 minutes, the U.S. Sun. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Senator Warren wants SEC to finally regulate crypto markets. The FCC's definition of broadband internet is too slow, government watchdog finds. This crowdsourced ransomware payment tracker shows how much cybercriminals have heisted. Pfizer plans to seek FDA approval of a COVID-19 booster in August. Hayao Miyazaki's future boy Conan is finally getting a stateside release. The best SDCC 2021 exclusives, so far, Star Wars, Avengers, Ghostbusters, and more. Moderna vaccines are taking on the flu now. FDA backpedals on Aduhelm approval, now says only early Alzheimer's patients should get it. Lightspeed presents Miss the Zen, but Miss You More by Everdeen Mason. The FBI's fake encrypted honeypot phones are showing up online. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Darvaz in Tajikistan at 123.8 degrees Fahrenheit or 51 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 90.76 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 68.2 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. The Windows 11 Insider build is surprisingly unpolished and unfinished. Morgan Stanley discloses data breach that resulted from Excel INFTA hacks. All fans banned from Tokyo Olympics as COVID cases rise, Delta spreads. It's a mad multiverse as Marvel drops first trailer for What If? GOP's big tech plan ignores consumers, targets censorship of Republicans instead. New fabric passively cools whatever it's covering, including you. What fractals, Fibonacci, and the golden ratio have to do with cauliflower? New Google Pay debit card lets you actually spend the money people send you. Google bought off Samsung to limit App Store competition, 36 states allege. 4 new electric platforms, 5 gigafactories, Stellantis F plan. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Why Mike Pence exploded at Trump, and 5 other stunning details from a new report on their final days. Murder-suicide at Houston's downtown aquarium, report. Meghan McCain's implosion on The View was the natural outcome of ABC's failed experiment. Virginia Republicans demand investigation into mean tweets by Professor Larry Sabato. Trump supporters ripped for disenfranchisement by abruptly resigning South Carolina Republicans, report. SF Gay Men's Chorus closes office after harrowing death threats from QAnon, report. COVID surge in Missouri declared a mass casualty event, Springfield Fire Chief. Watch, GOP Senator bizarrely warns Taylor Swift that socialist societies do not allow women to sing. Literally killing his audience, viewers shocked after Tucker Carlson links COVID vaccines to eugenics. Mike Pompeo worried that Trump would spark an international conflict to justify staying in office, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. A Fox News climate disinformation channel is the last thing we need. Joe Biden won't back down on Afghanistan war withdrawal even as Taliban violence increases. Is trans telehealth the future, or just a cash grab? The National Spelling Bee Finals, cancelled by COVID last year, are tonight. Take our very serious quiz. Los Lobos celebrates its LA roots with a tribute to Jackson Brown. Texas is the hardest state to vote in. It could soon get much harder. New Alaskan oil quest sparks battle over tribal sovereignty. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Rep. Carson calls for further investigation into UFO sightings, Fox 59. NASA will send 2 missions to Venus, with help from Colorado scientists, Coons. Everything you need to know from the UFO Report, daily local news. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Alapagnanolone agonist therapy for treating depression DDDT, Dove Medical Press. To close or not to close, astrocytes influence brain plasticity by controlling critical period, BioWorld Online. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Friday, July 9, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFO activity at nuclear weapon sites, including disabling ballistic missiles. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Friday, July 9, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on in, around, and, sometimes, light years Beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News.8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News.8. All rights reserved.